Coming up on our Round 36 magazine show, there are just 2 games to go in the Brasileirao and the championship is set to go right to the wire. A single point separates the top 2, but who will be crowned kings of Brazil? Controversial win. Internacional close to a title after a VAR fail in a narrow victory over Vasco. Still in it. Flamengo beat Corinthians and the defending champions can still retain their crown. Thighs get fried. Curitiba lose to Santos and crash into Serie B. All this and more coming up on our magazine right now. Botafogo might have gone, but Goias is still in the chance of survival if they could beat the Lone Star club. After 2 minutes, the ball went to Leone, who had a shot from outside the area. Diego Loureiro got a touch to send it away. From the corner, Fernandão headed a goal, but Botafogo held on after this great stop. Vinicius got away on the left. Rafael Moura got on the end of the cross to head home past Diego Loureiro. A fantastic goal from He-Man, Goias 1-0 up. The game then went a little downhill with few chances for either side, but 10 minutes before the break, Leone put the ball in. Miguel Figueira got a touch and hit the woodwork. So close to being a super goal, but the ball stayed out. The second half started like the first, with Goias on top. Rafael Moura took control and the ball flew across the area, only to be stopped by the keeper once again. Frontman, Fernandão made his presence felt. Leone found himself in space before returning the ball to the number 99, who made it 2-0. A striker's goal from Fernandão to kill the match off. Late in the game, Matheus Babi sent Kevin on his way, and the right back almost carved out a chance for the away side. But Goias held on for 3 precious points in their battle to avoid the drop. The Greens remain in the bottom 4, but have given themselves a fighting chance. Santos and Curitiba arrived at the Vila Belmiro, both desperate for a win. The hosts were on a 5-match winless streak and needed the points to remain in the mix for a Libertadores spot. The away side knew they'd be down if they lost. Santos were the better team from the get-go. 12 minutes in, defender Luan Perez almost scored from outside the box. A dangerous moment for youngster Arthur, who was replacing Curitiba legend Wilson between the sticks. Santos jumped in front on the 36th minute with a beautiful goal. There was an excellent pass from Lucas Braga to Marinho, and he finished with a cheeky chip over the keeper to make it 1-0. It was Carnival week in Brazil, as Marinho made sure he showed all his moves. Curitiba had to find a way of turning things around and were dangerous in the beginning of the second half. Matheus Oliveira, the son of former Brazil great Bebeto, came on and made a difference. It was a superb effort from him, but an even better one from goalkeeper San Paolo before the ball hit the crossbar. Santos then took control. Jean Mota was denied by Arthur in 2 opportunities. The first one after a great solo run by Soteldo, and the second from outside the box. The host put the icing on the cake on the 82nd minute. Youngster Marcos Leonardo did the damage after Curitiba's defence couldn't clear the ball. Final score 2-0 and Curitiba were down. Santos moved on to 50 points and kept their Libertadores dreams alive. Atletico Mineiro and Bahia faced off in Belo Horizonte. Galo started in 3rd and still believed that they could catch the sides above them, but they had to be sure of the 3 points. Bahia were in trouble and facing an uncertain future at the wrong end of the table. Galo took a while to get going, but then showed what they were about. Guilherme Arana sent in a wicked ball to Eduardo Sacha, who headed in to give his side the lead against the strugglers. But the hosts failed to push on, and that let Bahia into the game. The away team had pace and mobility up front, and they demonstrated this with Nino Paraíba, who set up Rodriguinho for a chance. Gabriel Novaes then had an opportunity in front of goal, but was outwitted by Everson. Right after the break, Bahia broke through. Rossi brushed off the challenge of Alonso before releasing a powerful shot to make it 1-1 in the Mineirão. Great stuff from the number 11. Bahia piled on the pressure and came close to going in front with a superb effort from Elton. A brilliant strike from the sub. Atletico had their chances, and Mahoney wasn't far off target with this effort that forced a stop from Mateus Klaus. The last chance came from Gabriel Novaes, but once again Everson came out on top in the 1-1. Final whistle in Belo Horizonte. The draw was not good enough for Galo, who yet again came short when they needed to win. Bahia remain in trouble, and their fight is not yet over. Flamengo hosted Corinthians in the Maracanã with an eye on the 3 points that would keep them in the title race with Internacional. Gabriel Barbosa and Arrascaeta, two of the most important players in the last couple of seasons, reached the 100-game mark and were given commemorative shirts to celebrate. Flamengo didn't take too long to get things going and scored in the first 10 minutes. Arrascaeta was in charge of a set piece, and former Musketeers man, William Arau, headed home to make it 1-0. The law of the X striking again. Set pieces remained a nightmare for Corinthians, and Bruno Henrique hit the crossbar with another header after an Everton Ribeiro cross. When it looked like Flamengo had total control, Corinthians showed they were still in it. There was a great through ball from Chile international Aroz, and a cool finish from Leone to beat Hugo. All square in Rio de Janeiro at the break. Flamengo were the better side after half-time. 10 minutes in, Cassio made a great save to stop Bruno Henrique's attempt from outside the box. But the ball went to Everton Ribeiro, who squared it to Gabriel, and the goalman scored yet another important goal for the Rubro-Negros. The VAR checked it out, and the goal stood. Corinthians fought hard to earn a point in the final minutes. Leone had the best chance, but missed it. There was also time for Pedro to try an acrobatic bicycle kick, but that was it. With the win, Flamengo remained a point behind leaders Internacional, and the two will meet in a final on Sunday in a match that could decide the destination of the trophy. Corinthians missed a great chance to São Januário was the stage for a huge match between Vasco and Internacional. While the hosts were trying to add points to escape the relegation zone, leaders Inter were wanting to extend their lead over second place Flamengo. Yuri Alberto had a good chance on the 4th minute, but was denied by Fernando Miguel. Inter didn't miss their second opportunity. On the 10th minute, Rodrigo Dourado connected with a great header from a set piece to put the leaders ahead. The goal was confirmed after a long review from VAR. Inter wanted more, and Yuri Alberto missed another opportunity, saved again by Fernando Miguel. 1-0 at half-time. Vasco tried to turn things around in the second half and had a good chance with Carlinhos. His strike from outside the box almost went in. The host had another huge chance when Cana was all alone in the box and was taken down by Victor Cuesta. The referee pointed to the spot and maintained his decision after taking a look at VAR. After all the drama, and more than 5 minutes after the foul, the Argentine striker failed to convert. Vasco paid the price, and Inter hammered the nail in the coffin in the 95th minute with Thiago Gallardo, who scored his 17th goal of the campaign. 2-0 at the end. Vasco remained stuck on 37 points and in the relegation zone. If Internacional beat Flamengo at the Maracanã on Sunday, they'll be crowned Brasileirao champions for the first time since 1979. Palmeiras still had a bit of a hangover from the Club World Cup, but they were in a confident mood against the Fortaleza side that needed the win to move away from the relegation zone. The first big chance went to Breno Lopez, but Paulão got the clearance. Lucas Esteves got the rebound and the ball went past Felipe Alves, but not Bruno Melo. Gustavo Scarpa took a long shot and Felipe Alves saved it. That was a prelude for what would come next, a dangerous free kick from Palmeiras. Gustavo Scarpa hit it perfectly into the back of the net. Keeper Felipe Alves didn't even move. A great goal from the Verdão. Lucas Lima and Gustavo Scarpa combined to produce a beautiful move. The number 14 launched the ball to Marcus Rocha, and the right back sent it to Lucas Lima, who scored his first goal of the season. Palmeiras then began to toy with Fortaleza, with quick passes in midfield. Gabriel Menino picked up Breno Lopez, and from outside the box, the Libertadores hero sent a bomb into the corner. Another great goal, 3-0 for Palmeiras. After the interval, Fortaleza created a chance. Kustovic failed to clear, and Wellington Paulista got the shot, but the defender managed to recover. Then there was this beautiful pass by Veiga to Patrick de Paula, who was one-on-one with Felipe Alves. But the wonder kid finished weakly, and Alves kept it out. A great victory for Palmeiras, who will now focus on the finals of the Copa do Brasil. This was a real blow to Fortaleza, who are not yet safe from relegation. There was a duel for a spot in the Libertadores between Atlético Paranaense and Atlético Goianiense. On the 8th minute, the home team created the first chance with a poor finish from Carlos Eduardo that still produced a save from Gian. The away team answered aggressively. Wellington Hato shot and demanded a good save from Santos. There weren't many scoring chances in the first half. The last was this free kick taken by goalkeeper Gian. Right after the restart, Wellington Hato created another chance and Santos saved once again. Atlético Paranaense scored on the 62nd minute. Abner passed to Vecino and he hit a nice finish to beat Gian. This was his 4th goal in the Brasileirao. Atlético Goianiense got the equaliser a few minutes later. Janderson crossed, and Hobson, who'd come off the bench, headed into the back of the net with his first real touch. Things seemed to be heading for a draw, but deep into stoppage time the Hurricanes got the win. With the last kick of the game, Nicão crossed, and centre-back Thiago Heleno headed in to score the winner. Joy in the Arena de Baixada. The massive result put Atlético Paranaense in a very good spot for a place in next season's Libertadores. Gremio and San Paolo locked horns in Porto Alegre in a game that had a huge say for both sides and their chances of making a top 4. The away team had the first opportunity with Daniel Alves, who tested Vanderlei. But Gremio began to tighten the screw. Diego Souza has been in fine form this season, and he hit a thunderous volley when Thiago Volpi failed to clear properly. A fantastic strike from the Gremio man, and a decent stop from Volpi. From the corner, Alisson came very close, but the ball whizzed past the post. The goal though wasn't far from coming. With 32 minutes on the clock, San Paolo failed to clear, and Diego Souza got the final touch to put his team ahead. An exciting first half ended with Gremio on top, but inexplicably, the hosts sat back in the second and paid the price. On the 63rd minute, Cheche swept the ball home to make it 1-1 in Porto Alegre. A nice hit from the number 8. Just 4 minutes later, San Paolo were in front. Luciano made the run before squeezing the ball past Vanderlei. The former Gremio man haunting his ex-employers. Dani Alves almost made it 3-1 with a very good move, but the post came to the rescue, and then the ex-Brazil man shot wide. Final score 2-1 to San Paolo. The Tricolor Paulistas' first win of 2021 put them in with a very good chance of finishing the top 4 or even higher. Gremio now have to hope other results go their way. Ceará took on Fluminense in the Arena Castelhão, with the home side still dreaming of a place in the Libertadores. The team from Rio de Janeiro had already booked their place, but were hoping to climb the table. This is also a chance for the Tricolor youngsters to show what they were made of. Ceará looked good in the first half, with their midfield maestro Vina, who combined well with forward Saulo when Iago Felipe gave the ball away. Fluminense took the lead before the break. Youth product John Kennedy latched onto a perfectly weighted pass from Nene before lashing the ball home. Hitcher got a touch, but it wasn't enough to keep the shot out. The pace picked up in the second half as Ceará looked for the draw, but centre-back Nino was full of resolve and there was no way through. Against the run of play, Flu doubled the score. Nene picked out Agigio, who crossed for Martinelli, who made it 2-0. Another Fluminense youth product on target. The hosts pushed forward and were awarded a penalty when Caligari stopped Vina. The Ceará man stepped forward to drill the ball past the keeper for his 13th of the tournament. The goal made him the club's top scorer in the top flight, overtaking the record set by Thiago Galhardo, who's now at Internacional. But Fluminense weren't done. Agigio hit the free kick and Samuel got the touch to send the ball home for his first goal as a pro. A convincing win for Fluminense in their hunt for a top 4 finish. Sport and Red Bull Bragantino went head-to-head in the Ilha do Retiro in Recife. The home side failed to make any real inroads, and the only chance they created in the first half came from Vitinho, but failed to trouble Clayton. Red Bull went on the front foot. Luan Candido came close, but couldn't hit the net. Soon after, Italo had a go, but again missed the target. The second half started as the first finished, with Italo having another chance inside the area with another acrobatic attempt. It wasn't to be Italo's night. After the defence got it wrong, the ball dropped to the number 15 inside the area, but once again the chance went begging when keeper Luan Poli got in the way. Once again the ball went into the area, and this time came off Luan Candido before reaching Luan Poli. Late on, Luciano Jubert tried one from a long way out to try to surprise Clayton, but the ball went wide. Final score 0-0. The result left Sport still needing points to ensure their safety and complicated Red Bull's push for a place in the Libertadores. In third this week is this powerful strike from the Atlético Paranaense-Atlético Goianiense match. The move started with right back Jonathan. Abner found Vitinho, and the forward beat the defender with a brilliant dribble before firing into the back of the net. No chance for keeper Gian, and a fantastic bit of skill to start our top 3 goals from round 36. In second place is this stunning free kick. Set-piece goals have become a rarity in Brazil, but Gustavo Scarpa put that right with this rocket against Fortaleza. It's been nearly 2 years since the Greens last scored from a free kick, so this one's worth seeing again and again. What a strike from Scarpa! In first place is this effort from Luciano. San Paolo's top scorer guaranteed the points for his side away to Gremio, where he kept his cool to beat Vanderlei. The number 11 saw the space and glided forward before finding the net. What a way to score his 16th goal of the campaign and earn San Paolo their first win of 2021. Wonderful ability from Luciano, who gets our vote for the top goal in round 36. The Estadio Mineirão in Belo Horizonte. Atletico Mineiro needed the win against Bahia to keep their title hopes alive, but things didn't go to plan when Galo came up against a barrier in their way. Matheus Klaus was determined not to let the host through when he pulled off his outstanding save to deny Mahoney. It was an amazing piece of skill that kept Galo at bay and earned Bahia a vital point in their battle for survival. Matheus Klaus gets the nod for the save of the round. It's that time in the show to demonstrate the essence of what Brazilian football is all about. The best dribble of the round was something special because the move ended up with a fine finish. San Paolo's Luciano was full of tricks when he beat centre-back Rodriguez before smashing the ball into the back of the Gremio net. It was a superb bit of skill from the player who's given his side renewed life near the top of the table. Great balance from Luciano, who left the defender well behind before a crisp finish. San Paolo's Luciano showing his ability in round 36. Let's take a look at the players and coach who impressed us in round 36. In goal, we've gone for Everson of Atletico Mineiro. The right back is Rodinei of Internacional. The centre backs, William Arão Flamengo and Victor Cuesta of Internacional. At left back is Moisés, also of Internacional. In midfield, Gerson Flamengo, Gustavo Scarpa, Palmeiras and Lucas Lima, also of Palmeiras. Up front, Marinho Santos, Rafael Moura Goias, Gabriel Barbosa from Flamengo. The man on the bench is Abel Ferreira from Palmeiras. The top player from round 36 has helped keep his team dream of First Division survival alive. Rafael Moura scored the first against Botafogo in a true striker's style. A superb header that left no chance for the opposing keeper. The goal set his side on their way for an important win in the battle to stay amongst the elite of Brazilian football. The 37-year-old has seen it all before in a long career, and his goals might just save Goiás from a spell in Serie B. Rafael Moura is our choice for the best player of the round. Well done, He-Man, still giving power to Goiás. With just 2 games remaining, just 1 point separates Internacional and Flamengo, and the pair will meet in the Maracanã on Sunday. Atletico Mineiro, San Paolo occupy the Libertadores proper. Fluminense, Palmeiras and perhaps Gremio are also in contention for spots next year. At the wrong end of the table, 2 from Sport, Fortaleza, Bahia, Vasco or Goias could be joining Curitiba and Botafogo in the second division. Hernan Crespo has been confirmed as San Paolo's new coach. Crespo was one of the best forward in his country's history and recently won the Sul-Americana as manager of Defensa and Justicia. The 45-year-old has signed a 2-year contract and will take over at the end of the Brasileirao. After dropping into the second division, Curitiba have already made some early signings. Frontman, Vaguinho has signed from Guarani until the end of the year. Also in is midfielder Johnny Douglas from rivals Paraná Clube. Serie B side, Cruzeiro, have brought in Alan Huschel for their upcoming campaign. Huschel is one of the survivors from the tragic Chapecoense air crash in 2016. The player has penned a 2-year deal. As well as the games from round 37, there are also a number of rescheduled matches coming up. On Wednesday the 17th, there was a derby between Santos and Corinthians at the Vila Belmiro, with both sides fighting for a spot in the Libertadores. Also on Wednesday is Curitiba vs Palmeiras in the Estadio Couto Pereira. The Libertadores champions will then face arch-enemy San Paolo in the rearranged round 34 match on Friday evening. The penultimate round of the Brasileirao promises to be one of the most exciting ever as the championship is at stake. The round starts on Saturday when relegated Curitiba take on Ceará and Fortaleza face Bahia in a battle for survival. On Sunday, Flamengo go head-to-head with Internacional in the iconic Maracanã. If Inter win, they'll be crowned Kings of Brazil in the defending champions' backyard. Also on the same day is Corinthians Vasco, Sport Atlético Mineiro, Santos Fluminense, Gremio Atlético Paranaense, plus Goias against Red Bull Bragantino. On Monday, Palmeiras face Atlético Goianiense and Botafogo take on San Paolo. That's it from round 36 of the Brasileirao. We'll be back with more action as the league heads into its final gripping stage. So, we'll see you for our next programme.